Hey guys, welcome to Just a Plant Room. So, today I'm taking you on a journey with me on another chop and prop. This is my Florida green, which, if you recall, lived on that west wall. She was already at the light. We'll pop a picture down so you can see just how tall she was. I decided to prop her to make a fuller plant. So, in today's episode, you'll see me trying to combine both halves to make a fuller plant. Um, and excuse that noise in the background. That's my little dog playing with a toy. She picked the perfect time to do that. But I hope you enjoy this, and I will speak when necessary just to let you know what I'm doing. But in this part, what you see is me trying to take out the the backing on the bottom half of this plant, and I'll be joining them. And I'll talk you through the process as we go along. Also, one more thing to note, just not to bore you, we'll speed up through some of this where I think you can capture what I'm doing without me talking. All right, guys. So, as you saw, I got both pieces together. Now the objective is I need to figure out how I'm going to put that backing on the plant because I removed the plastic backing, if you remember in the beginning. So I need to get both of them on the same pole, on the same backing. So what I've done is I've cut the back a little wider to accommodate for both halves of the plant. And then since the bottom half is already on chicken wire, I just need to accommodate the top half onto that piece. So that's what you see me in the process of doing right here. Now, I wanted to say something. I don't want to scare you away from chopping props. These are not difficult to do. Typically, when you chop and prop a plant, you are taking the top half and creating a brand new plant. But you know how I am. I'm not a big fan of having duplicates, although of this plant I do. I have another one which I adore and I don't mind having. So just remember, if you're going to prop something that you already have on the moss pole, 9 times out of 10, you're taking that top half and just repotting it into another pot. It's as simple as that. You see me struggling because I have to figure out how I want to put these two plants together so that they both will survive and continue going up the pole. So as mentioned, I right now in this section I have aligned both of the plants where the bottom and the top part are kind of level. And what you'll see me doing here is trying to make sure that I have them where the new roots can start and push down into the pot along with the roots that were already established. I'll be tying both of these sections together to create a unified pole. Okay, so that bit took a little longer than anticipated. It's kind of difficult doing that on my own. Another set of hands would have been beneficial. But right, what you see me doing right here, I finally got those two poles together, or the two sections together, and the back part is connected on one side. So what you see me doing is adding the moss before I actually close it up, because it'll be a little easier to get that moss down there where it's not compacted, but just enough to keep the moss moist all the way through. Okay, guys, we're almost at the end of my process on combining these moss poles. I had some soil mix already made, but considering that I was putting this in a larger pot and a black pot where I wouldn't be able to assess the roots, I wanted to amend the soil just a little bit more with some chunky perlite. So you see me adding a little bit more of that to this mix, and I'll be combining that because that'll give me a little bit of peace of mind knowing that when I water the top of the pole, because it is much larger than what it was originally, the water will flow through and out of the pot. That way, I'm ensuring that I don't have soggy roots or water that's going to sit there and, not allow those roots to breathe. Now that I'm comfortable with the way the mix looks and feels, it's time to go ahead and start cutting those ties from the bottom. So, because I had to tie all the way down, I need to remove those before I can actually put the plant into the pot. And I'm probably going to lose a leaf or two. I don't want the leaves to be buried under the medium. That potentially, if there's a sore or a cut there, and from this process, it might start some rot. So I'm just more comfortable getting rid of that bottom leaf, which you'll see me do. It'll allow for the plant to sit better in the pot and give it a little bit more stability. And I'll feel more comfortable knowing that that leaf is not buried in the medium. Typically for me, when I'm building my moss poles, prior to putting them in the pot, I like to add a little bit of medium to the bottom of the pole. I don't take the moss all the way to the bottom, as I don't want the moss to actually sit in the medium. So you see me here trying to manipulate and hold this pole to see if I can get some in there. I'm measuring where that pole is going to fall inside of the pot. That'll give me an indication as to where the soil level should be prior to putting it in the pot. I'm happy with the way this is looking right now. I have the plant in the pot. It seems to be sitting comfortably considering the size of that moss pole. What you see me doing here right now is I'm going to go ahead and backfill and make sure that I make it as stable as possible prior to adding the stake in the back and finish tying it up. Okay, so as you can see, the plant seems pretty stable in the pot without the stake, but just, it's it helps if you have that stake in there. You don't want this plant to tip over. At least I don't want mine to tip over. So I'll be inserting that stake, securing it with a couple of ties. Right now, we're at the tail end of this process. I'm going to be cleaning up the front of it, removing the ties that are in the front, holding both sections together. I'll be adding the chicken wire to the front where the top half is still not connected to the pole, and then I'll be filling that with moss. So after everything has been said and done, this is what she looks like. She's graduated to her bedroom instead of the plant room. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe, and comment. Talk to you real soon. Bye.